Hi friends, in this video we will see about the optional parameters. Optional parameters means nothing but optional properties, how we can define these optional properties, and also null collision. Okay, so first we will see the optional thing. For example, see here I have an example. I have some data, something like user data. So remember this user data, maybe it will be coming from some HTTP request or some from server data or from some any logs or any somewhere you are getting. So that means you don't know whether how the data may exist. So for example, you are getting some user data and it consists of name something like Leela, and maybe it can consist of job, it could be an object of title, comma, so CEO. Okay, another one is description, my company, or something like this. Okay, we have a user data, so which is having of name property as Leela, and also a job, again it's an object. This job may come or may not come. Okay, if it is coming from the server or some from any other data, the TypeScript cannot able to recognize this one. So for example, if I want to print this one, console.log user data dot job dot title. Okay, if I try to print this one, if I check the output here, I'm able to get CEO. Okay, fine, it's correct. But we will, so in some cases, if the data is getting from the server or somewhere you are getting from the server, means it will take some time. So that means, and also from the server, if the data is coming, means we cannot estimate that this data will be only the rendering. Sometimes job may not exist. So that means the job property may not come. Okay, so now here the code will fail again. Okay, so how we can rectify this one. So for example, if you are not sure that this property may return or may not return from the server, if you are not sure that the property may return or may not return, then you can use question mark here. So that means this job is an question mark like this. Okay, you can use like this. Previously in JavaScript or something like that, how we can check if user data dot job, and if it is job is there, and you check the user data dot job dot title, you can check like this, right? So you can check this user data dot job and user data dot job dot title, you can check. But in TypeScript you can check another type, something like user data question mark job question mark. So it means this job is also user data question mark dot job, means job property is an optional, and also job is there, means then title also we are making this one is an optional, we can make it this one. Now I can check the output here. Okay, if I try to check the output, I am getting it as undefined. If I don't keep this one, if I don't keep this one, okay, I may get an error here. See, the error has came and everything, that's code below this one, everything execution has been stopped. So now you can make a question mark here, so that we are saying that I may not know this property may return or may not return. So for that reason I kept a question mark here, and also for the safety purpose, and also I kept something like question mark after for the title also. That means in the job also title may be optional, I kept like this. For example, if you know that if job is written, the title is also will be written, means if you know, means you can keep like this. Now you can get an output something like right now we are not having this key, right? So everything is not there, right? So that is the reason it's showing an error. We need to keep question mark for this one also. Now we get the code has not break, but it written as undefined. Why? Because this property and title is not there. Okay, this in this way we can uh, we can write if there is any optional properties in the object, and if you don't want to break the code, you can use question mark like this. And also another one what we can see is null collision. So for example, I have one user input. Okay, so now I have null. Now I want to store this data. Constant store data is equal to, so how we can write? So here user input or default console.log, I will use store data. So what is this type of thing what we are writing here? So we are taking user input as null. Okay, null, and we are storing that user input data into the stored data. If the user input is null, okay, if the user input is null, if the user input is empty, or if the user input is undefined, or any cases, if it is there, take this value as a default. If other than null, undefined or empty, everything is there, take the user input value. We have written this code meaning. So now if I try to check the output, I will be getting default here. Why? Because the user input is null. So for example, if I keep it as empty, okay, if I keep it as empty, then also we are getting it as default. Why? Because user input is not there. Now if I write something here, now I will get an output here, something like here the data will be stored as the data, in the stored data will be the user input. So that means this type of scenario you will be using if there is an empty, null, undefined, anything other than the values. If it is there means this property we can use like this. Now in a scenarios comes, whereas scenarios comes that if the user input is not at all defined, okay, if it is undefined or if it is null only, take this value. Other than the null and undefined, if you are having any other data, if it is an empty string also, take that empty string, you want to write a condition, okay, you need, the requirement is like this. In that cases you will not get the output here. For example, if you have a very, for example, you have a variable defined something like empty string, okay, you have the variable defined as an empty string. Okay, I will enable this one so that we are getting an error here. Okay, yeah, I have an user input declared, but it is an empty string. So now if I want to check this condition, now user input is empty means, okay, if it is empty means take that user input value, don't take the default. If it is null or undefined only, take the default value. If it is other than null or undefined, please take that user input value. You need to write the condition like that. Now this condition will not get, why? Because if user input is empty also, it will take the default value. If you see here the output, you are getting it as default only. If I refresh here also, you are getting it as default only. Then how we can write this one? So we can use double question mark here. Okay, so the double question mark, what it will do is, so now if the user input is null or undefined only, it will take the default. If other than null or undefined is there means, it will take the user input value. Now user input value is empty, that means it is not null, or also it is a not undefined. Okay, now if I take value here, I got empty. See, the user input value is empty, so that is for that reason empty is stored. Now if it is an undefined, okay, if it is an undefined, now if you check the output, now you will get default output. If it is a null, okay, then also you will get default. Okay, so this is null collision. So if you want to store the data, if you want to store the default data when the user input is null and undefined, null or undefined, only those two cases if you want means, you need to use this question mark, or otherwise you can use R symbol if the if it is an empty, or if it is an empty condition also, if you want to check means, you can keep that R condition. Okay, this is the null collaging, and this one is the optional parameter chaining. Okay, if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comment below to this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.